Hey guys, and welcome. In today's video, I wanted to go into detail and discuss a little bit more around whether Battlefield 2042 would really benefit from an additional delay. Now, yesterday we received loads of new campaign gameplay information and details from Halo Infinite and 343, and it just looked absolutely stunning. And that game did in fact have a full year delay. The game was meant to release in December of 2020, but due to some issues, obviously because of COVID and other issues with the game performance, polishing and things like that, they actually made the decision to delay the game an entire year. And this was on screen right now, the first look at the Discover Hope trailer and the campaign footage that we received for Halo Infinite. A lot of fans were really excited about the game and happy that we've seen gameplay in more details, but the game just didn't look that good. It didn't look next gen. The armor for the Chief was too clean. There weren't really many textures on any of the weapons, armor. In general, the world itself didn't really look as next gen as what we expected, and it did raise a lot of concerns for people around that game. And I think that's a lot of the concerns that we've got for Battlefield 2042 as well. The game did look good. I've got to admit, the game did look quite good, but it didn't look as good as the likes of Battlefield 1 on the Xbox One. And that game came out almost 6-7 years ago now. That game for me will always be the most beautiful Battlefield game ever created. For me, it's just absolutely stunning and it cannot be matched at this point. But really, we would expect Battlefield 2042 to give that game a run for its money 7 years in the future. For me, obviously, Battlefield 2042 looked good on the consoles that I was playing it on, and on PC on max settings, of course, it did look good. But the game could look a lot better. Again, very similar to the example I gave for Halo Infinite, there was a lot of textures and different things that were missing from Battlefield 2042 to make the game feel a little more gritty. So if I was to lie down and go prone, my gun would stay as clean as ever. The raindrops would stay on the weapons. They wouldn't move like they would in Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5. Like these little things that, again, are just elements of polish. They're not needed in the game, of course, but if they're there and you see them, aesthetically, it's just going to make you feel like, ooh, this game is polished and this game feels great. Games like Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 had this sort of polish, and they really benefited from it because you can really see the love that the developers put into the game. Of course, Battlefield 2042 was developed through a pandemic as well. Towards the tail end of its development, but it did have that year of being developed and tested and things through the pandemic. So of course that didn't help the situation anymore. But for me, of course, if the game is not ready and it's not as polished as it should be, then of course we need to really consider the delay of that game. Now, yesterday we received, again, campaign footage, which is what I mentioned at the start, for Halo Infinite, and this was the updated version. Of course, Halo Infinite comes out on December the 8th this year, and it has been confirmed that it will not be delayed any further, and that it will come out at that time. Now, I'm going to put a couple of comparisons on screen right now of Halo Infinite from 2019 and Halo Infinite from 2021. Look at how good this game looks now. The way the armor looks now, the way that the weapons look, the lighting, the ray tracing, just the differences itself look outstanding. And they actually did almost recreate a couple of the bits from the Discover Hope trailer, and they've added it into this little gameplay overview for the campaign yesterday. And wow, just wow. It looks so much better. Again, all of this is in engine as well. This isn't like a blur cutscene or anything along those lines. This is a fully in-engine gameplay that we're looking at right now, and it just looks absolutely amazing. Even going into the gameplay, just looking at how good this game looks now, and you can really see that this game has benefited from the extra year of development that it did have. This really got me thinking yesterday when looking at this and the hype surrounding Battlefield 2042. And of course, after the really underwhelming beta, there was a lot of concerns, and still are a lot of concerns, around the state of the game, the way that the game looks, feels, etc. And the bugs that were in that beta were unforgivable. So are they still going to be there at launch? Again, a lot of that has been confirmed, that a lot of the bugs from the beta, especially the lighting issues and things and the animations and stuff, have been fixed, which is fair enough, and I'm happy that it has been fixed. However, it's also been confirmed by the teams as well that the Day 0 and Day 1 versions of the game, so Day 0 will be the early access from the 12th until the 19th, Day 1 will be from the 19th onwards, of course. Those two versions of the game have now finished, and we're in the polishing stage. So again, of course, the extra month delay for Battlefield 2042 has benefited them, giving them an extra month to just polish everything. So again, we could see this sort of stuff coming to the game, you know, all of the different bits of elements of polish and to making the game just look that a bit better. That could all come to the game with no problem. I'm not saying this game is going to be bad, but it needs a year delay. But again, just think of how much it would benefit, maybe even from a 6-month delay. Just think of how much this game would benefit from having 6 months extra development, polish, and just changing a couple of things which maybe didn't really work, or some things that could be changed. For example, the class system. That could be brought back and could be really worked in for that 6-month period and brought back into the game as it was previously, or it can be brought into the game as it was, but a couple of different things changed to make it feel like a new game. Again, these are the things that I think could be done. And in terms of game modes as well, if they really wanted to, from the feedback that they received from the trailer for Hazard Zone, they could even put a Hazard Zone beta out that we can try out, and then they can obviously go ahead and change different bits within that 6-month period to make it suit the feedback that was given and things along those lines. And I think that would really benefit as well, and I think that would really help gauge how successful this mode is going to be compared to a traditional battle royale, because it isn't anything really like Tarkov that we've seen. It seems to just be its own mode. Like, it's in a sense quite similar, but the underlying factor of the mode and the objectives and things like that is its own thing. It's completely different to anything we've really ever played before. So again, for me, I think Battlefield 2042 would really suit an additional delay. Again, maybe not just a year delay, but a couple of extra months, 110%. I don't think that we need to have another year delay, but I think just thinking of it in my head now, theoretically, how good it would look and feel, and just how much extra polish they could do to this game in an entire year, I think that would be really cool. Even 6 months, as I said, it would just make a hell of a lot of difference. And I don't know, I think the game is still going to be good when it comes out. Again, it has filled me with a bit more confidence now they've said that the game day 0 and day 1 edition has been completed now, and they're just in the polishing stage. Filling me with a bit more confidence. I'm hoping the game will be as good as it can be when it comes out, and the 3 game modes: Portal, All Out Warfare, and Hazard Zone. But guys, let me know down below in the comments what you think. Drop a like on today's video, really appreciate that, and subscribe if you are brand new. Again, ring the notification bell to stay notified when a video does go live. Again, be much appreciated. But guys, hope you have enjoyed today's video. We'll see you all in the next one.